Just stroll right in. Vulcan Red playing a patient approach, wanting the same for ground zero. Just scouting things out before.
Slowly trying to cap the point, but Vulcan Red are not letting up just yet.
No, not letting up, not giving in, but the KOs are giving in, and now allows ground zero to push over the line. So, gonna be happy with that, hold on to that mission area control, but the Rage of Ultron is gonna push them right out. Vulcan Red, a strong reaction, and now they will be able to push straight back and swing the mission area into their favor very hastily. So, a strong response there, and it's gonna work out so wonderfully. Getting the staggered KO on the Atlas there also.
Revsy, without utilizing any ultimates, does mean that Vulcan Red may be able to hold on for a little bit longer. Wait, now you can edge of Ultron gets completely shut down with that meteor loop in the sky, taken out. But Valkyrie now, City Valkyrie taking down Atlas, and Daxu taking out Netra. Vulcan Red looking pretty strong, already approaching 50% on the control point.
Going to see if they can break in with something else. Wow, they're taking a lot of punishment there, but no one is going down just yet. No KOs are on the way, but that could very swiftly change if they just find the right angle. Heaven's Retribution is online. Here we go.
It's massive from Vulcan Red using 3 ultimates. Of course, Random matches another 3 of their own. Down goes the little bounty from Lick, and so Citrus goes out with the Eternal Bond to keep the team sustained. Ground Zero, though, does have that revive prompt available from Atlas, who revives Adam. I'm not sure if Revsy also got revived. There's Hog, who revives, getting revived as well. So Ground Zero are able to revive some of the members, but not before Atlas gets taken out by Vulcan Red. This 99% overtime is still going on as Ground Zero try and hold on as best as they can. Atlas does get confused. Come back, but not before Adam falls from Ground Zero. It's still a 5v6 situation as Ground Zero still barely hold on. Hog does have 1 ultimate left, but not able to use it just yet. As Revsy falls, so does Atlas, and members of Ground Zero falling 1 by 1. Overtime is so close to tipping over and giving this first round to Vulcan Red. Thanks.
So close. Oh, it's over. Oh, that's crazy timing there, Ricey. Hog's going down just as... Not going to be able to catch them just yet. Big damage from Luge here. Ooh, Meteor comes out and it just gets shut down immediately. That's the trouble when you have low health. You aren't able to take advantage of the situation as well as you'd like. But Lick certainly is. With the boundary now into the Rage of Ultron. Fate of Both Worlds are going to be triggered in response there. Looking for more and more where that came from. And Supernova from Daxu. Everything is just getting switched on into this one. Eternal Bond from Citrus. Adam now at it, trying to see if they can get a dunker through here. And they pop it. And no one are getting KO'd except Daxu. Netra locked into this. And they're looking to see if they can get more because they have the invisible boundary. And they are finding more. This is great. Strategist locked in. Adam taking advantage as well. And this could be Ground Zero taking the initial mission area control. There it is. Huge stuff coming out from Lou there. Just a flick in between targets and taking advantage of the situation. So they're going to be very happy with that outcome and looking for even more devastation. Rage of Ultron coming online from Revsy here, powering up and looking to lock something in. But see if they are going to be able to get more from it because right now they're doing a great job at their initial objective. Just hold their opponents in place, continue to gradually build up this percentage. But now it's going to be a fight on the mission area. They're taking it straight to them, and Vulcan Red ain't messing around.
They're not messing around at the moment with the Rage of Ultron, but Ground Zero sitting at 82%. Bring out the Meteor from Adam, claiming Lick and putting them back into spawn. So Eternal Bond coming out from Citrus, so Grand Final return from Netra. So Meteor from Web shots down Atlas, who was so close to getting the invisible boundary. The Ground Zero was 1 less. Strategist
not far behind, and they are going to be able to bring things back at the right place at the right time there for Vulcan Red. Stalling out the mission area, but now it's time for the OT push. Time to see if they can get something with Supernova online. 2 Strategist Ultimates locked down as well, and Wab going to be shut down as a result. Adam locked into this one. Ooh, big focus there. Almost catches proxies, but it doesn't matter. They've captured the mission area. They're going to be happy with that. It's one apiece right now, and now it all goes down to this. The third is going to be their time to shine. Heaven's Retribution coming down. Teddy Valkyrie jumping straight into the backline here, already opening up the account. The KOs are coming in, and Ground Zero struggle to respond as Proxy delivers Hellfire with strategist ultimates if they play their time right. But speaking of, it's going to be Range of Ultron time from Revsy there, already picking up 1 KO. Going to be traded out onto Lou though. So nice stuff coming out from Teddy Valkyrie here. Focused to the skies. They might rise up. They might take away the Ultron. Uh-oh. So close yet so far. Revsy still going to be activated. Not going down without a fight. And there's going to be more fight where that came from because Ground Zero are powering up right now. It's time. Galactic Legend. Go Legendary with these KOs. They've opened it up for one. Looking for more, but the invisible boundary, the saving grace here, allows them to avoid the majority of that damage. But they're going to avoid some more for Ground Zero because Daxu powers up with the Supernova. But it don't matter when you got your Fate of Both Worlds. Meteor M coming out now as well. Not catching much, but it's time to get enraged with Proxy.
To the Doctor Strange, currently running a triple at the moment. 3 Vanguards, 3 strategists, but of course already Citrus, Lick, and Proxy's all 3 strategists have been taken out. With no strategists left, Vulcan are trying to do their best to utilize anything needed. Look to find those. Daxo and Judy Valkyrie, they fall to overtime. Is taken away, but Ground Zero takes the victory.
Oh my goodness. And there you have it. Ground Zero gonna go from 0 to hero there. Full reversal on to our first map of domination. And an incredible way to showcase how they can bring confidence into the mix here and they can manage to take on a very impressive series. Lou going to be the MVP this time. The Galactic Legend put on full display. And no, so I think Herbie is the one driving. Yeah, so Herbie, yeah, is kind of like the, yeah, that's right. Yep, the chauffeur robot of that particular vehicle, like other things in similar situations. But yes, it's going to be driven all the way through if they can help it.
If, of course, Ground Zero can manage it, Vulcan holding up a pretty strong defense at the moment. But Lou's being quite aggressive, of course, on the solo alongside Revsy on the Phoenix. Proxy's already has Rage of Ultron available, but will he be able to survive? Not enough to be able to use it. He does manage to survive, but Lou.
That's it. They are going to be able to gain a little bit more traction on this one. A good delayed KO onto Citrus as well there. Oh, it's portal time from Daxu, though. I love how they're using it just for information for the moment. Looking to take to the high ground just above the bus there. And let's see if they can manage to find more from it. They're using the portal as a bit of a shield as well. Just yielding a little bit of coverage so they can jump onto the mission vehicle there. And the ultimates are now popping through. Hogs with Feet to the Abyss. They had an invisible boundary, but it didn't matter. Wow, trying to bounce over the top of the portal there. Range of Ultron as well coming out. And it's a good, strong response. Lou bringing out the Galactic Legend here. Trying to see if they can get the damage, but it's just getting out healed right now. Freedom Charge is doing wonders for Vulcan Red here. And they're going to be able to spread their reach and continue to hold successfully on the defense of this mission vehicle.
The mission vehicle was in the hands of Vulcan Red, but now has flipped over to Ground Zero as they have reconvened back onto point. Adam does have psionic reduction as the Queen Emma Frost, and is going to be using it to try and take them into, of course, his own mind, to juice them closer to the point to try and take them out, but it's going to be met with Citrus with the Fate of Both Worlds. Shield now comes up from Electra. Invisible boundary gives a bit of Ground Zero protection on point to try and keep it in their hands, but the point, of course, hasn't still made it across the line. It is so close to, though, sitting at 128 meters, but once again, Vulcan Red are back in control. Jeff uses the open, not able to find anyone. Adam getting decked, slow will survive, but Citrus does not from Vulcan Red. Vulcan Red, the defenders, only have Web, last one left, but they get taken out. So Ground Zero finally make it over the edge.
Different case heading into this next sector as Lou trying to get some damage over the top. Teddy Valkyrie not going to be able to spread their reach and run around at the back there, see if they can find some presence, as Lou's doing a good job of just keeping them in place, dealing with them. But here's the focus over towards the mission vehicle. Good start. Lou goes down, looking for more. KOs could be around the corner, though. Invisible boundary is good for it. Psionic seduction going to be popped through. Does this plays a player or two, but not enough to get a KO through. So KOs working out for Vulcan Red right now, favoring them one after the other, and looking to force a prompt retreat from ground zero. Yeah, a battle of ultimates there, a war of attrition, and the only one with any ults left standing is going to be Vulcan Red right now. Galactic Legend could actually be huge here. They want to take back some of that control. Lick getting closer to the invisible boundary as well. The timing's going to be everything. Here we go. Galactic Legend online. They need to get the damage through immediately. They need to displace ground zero. Otherwise, they could push it over the next checkpoint. And just like that, the big freeze gets Hogs out of the equation there. And looking for even more. Battle of the Phoenixes. Daxu comes out on top. They're smashing through their opponents right now. And look at it make more and more damage over the top. They make it hurt. Wham! Pops it over the line. And that is going to be KO City. The portal is too little too late as they shut the gate on this first half of Convoy.
Round zero, push one checkpoint.
To try and countersuit some of that bonus health with the Vanguards there. But we'll see how things play into success or lack thereof as we push into fruition now. WAV, immediate change up, giving the Moon Knight over to proxies there.
The triple Vanguard strategy from round zero is slowly but surely getting eliminated one by one by one. But of course the Cocoon from Revsy may be able to bring them back into this fight here. And out comes the Amplifier from Netra. It's going to be met by the invisible boundary from Lick.
That's it, and it's going to be the Strangling Prism coming out from Tinny Valkyrie there. Ooh, here we go, last stand from WAV. Got a Mischief online from Atlas as well. They utilize the Karmic Revival, but it's straight into the head of Conchu. All the KOs are coming out here. Foxy's getting it done. Daxu one and the same with the Omega Hurricane. Bring up the pain, but Revsy still has the other Karmic Revival. Just as soon as you think they've gone down, they're just going to run right back in. Hogs, bring it out, the Meteor. Say goodbye to WAV. Say goodbye to Vulcan Red here. They had a false sense of security when they thought
they'll be able to touch.
That's it, Portal Combat, and already opening up with a KO, looking for more. Oh, they find it. Nice double down from WAV there, trying to utilize the hand of Khonshu, create a bit of distance. Atlas is down, Link secures it onto Adam as well. It's a huge response with the Karmic Revival though. Revsy is bringing everybody back here, but just as soon as they come back, they will go straight back down. And now, Vulcan Red own this town as they take control of the checkpoint. Ground zero, they've still got the Karmic Revival online, so if Vulcan Red can prioritize the Adam Warlock into the fights here before our eyes. But speaking of before our eyes, Atlas is going to be the first KO down, and already they activate the Karmic Revival. Here we go.
It's massive being able to revive 3 members. Adam also takes down Citrus, but look at Tinny Valkyrie. They are ready, and they've taken out 3 members despite this Karmic Revival, which has now disappeared. But out comes, of course, the Netra invisible boundary. Adam, so Hogs also not able to land that Meteor, as Vulcan Red have lost though. 1 member Revsy able to cocoon themselves back into the fight, but Vulcan Red are back in control of the convoy, and then moving it further and further closer to the end. But of course, with the 15 seconds remaining, soon the overtime will start. Tinny Valkyrie with a freedom charge brings things over towards their favorite to try and put the team up and closer. And of course, because of the heal, out comes though a massive Jeffo, able to take 2 and goes right off the map.
Nice Jeff time there, gonna be happy with that. Proxies trying to make things happier for Vulcan Red right now, shutting down both Vanguards, looking for more. They will find a Lou with the help of Link. They push it away, and that is gonna be map number 2 locked in for Vulcan Red.
1-0 between these 2 teams here in the lower bracket finals. Vulcan Red take the first map against round 0, and now 1 apiece with WAV as the MVP. Massive work from both of these 2 teams, but Vulcan Red able to stop Ground Zero on the defensive that early in the map is absolutely key. They were able to then utilize their attacking.
Love to see a bit more from there, but Ground Zero are doing a good job as well, keeping a spread defense here, and it's not going to allow Vulcan Red to really focus fire towards one area. Speaking of, WAV first to go down there. Good KO coming through. Tinny Valkyrie wanting the same, so the Vanguards are down. Now they're looking to change things up, playing into the Venom instead.
Things are going crazy.
Absolutely wild at the moment, but there's going to be more where that came from. Daxu responds in kind, bringing out the Galactic Legend there. Beast of the Abyss got popped off as well, and they're now taking a bit of control over the mission area. They're trying to stall things out. Vulcan Red are on the edge of taking it, and there you go. Ground Zero are not going to be able to stop them out here. It's time to convert into the convoy section of this one, and oh, that's so nasty. They're just waiting things out. Stall the KO on the Netra. I commend them for that, but they're now going to be looking to push the convoy as far as they can. Primed up and ready for action, and already action is coming straight to them. Big damage being pushed towards Tinny Valkyrie here. Now switching up the pace though. Who's going to be able to clear the space first? Razor Ultron coming online from Lulik, bringing out the Seer as well, amplifying the damage, but not for too long. Big focus fire shuts it down, and Jeff Time online could capture somebody. See if they can get something. They get nothing. They get KO'd as a consequence there. Everybody's popping off right now, and Ground Zero are on the back foot for the moment, but they might still be able to come out on top of things. And Song Inferno coming out. Netra going to be dreaded out. Nice start, and Repsy just using this to stall some time. They will be able to get away from this one, but Lou, not so lucky, does get pushed away from the fray here, and it's Beast of the Abyss from Hogs trying to react, trying to keep their team intact here, but they can only do so much when Tinny Valkyrie comes calling with their own Beast of the Abyss, and there you go. They wipe them out and push it over the line.
Take out of position, but Adam now with the final production changes things up.
Oh, trying to get legendary. Lou tries to pull through, but now it's the opposing Galactic Legend coming out from Daxu right now. We'll see if they can capture anything here. Netra going leaps and pounds to keep their team online, but they may yet go down. Rage of Ultron comes out. They are not going to be able to save them, but they might be able to save some damage through. There you go. Proxies. Rage of Ultron is going to be the one reaping the rewards here. Beast of the Abyss coming out into the Eternal Bond. Citrus is trying to make a red carpet go down. A second push this all the way to the next checkpoint, to the end of the line, end of the road here, but Ground Zero are holding firm, holding strong onto this one, and now they've found a way to bounce back.
Hogs taking out one, Resi another as well. You're completely right, Ground Zero are bouncing. They have two Vanguard ultimates and lit with the CYA. Both WAV and Swift using that to meet Lou's legendary Galactic Legend on the side. Lou not able to find anyone though.
Yeah, nice KOs going through there, but there's going to be a KOs bound through WAV. Nicely done. Enters the choke slam into the KO, and are looking for more as Tinny Valkyrie teams up and pushes their opponents all the way back to their spawn area. So, gonna have to push the mission vehicle as close as they can. They've only got a couple of ults to do this. Ground Zero have got a couple of key ones themselves. Eternal Bond so close to coming online, but it's time to get in range. The Rage of Ultron from both sides here. Psionic Seduction gonna take down Daxu. Good trade out from Proxies there on the Netra. Eternal Bond coming out from Atlas here, and they're using their cloak form to get KOs with their team. This is what they need. Overpower Vulcan Red at the last foot of the gateway here. The last stretch. Daxu
trying to take down any members of Vulcan Red, but they're still being able to stay sustained. Legendary Galactic Legend coming out from the every takedown. Citrus immediately, but Vulcan revived by the VIP Beacon. Link now does have CYA Amplifier available, and the damage from Daxu is insane. Taking out Atlas, taking out Netra, Hogs foes as well, and Vulcan Red, they make it to the end. They complete the map of Whole of Jalia.
3.
Visible Woman. They are now meeting at the point. Adam leading the charge as, of course, the Everfrost. But it's going to be met with quite a lot of firepower from a Vulcan Red. The dive coming up from Hogs on the high ground, trying to stop. The strategy is successful. Link falls so early in this round as they switch the side. Hogs though will take a bit of damage, but is surviving, and then Vulcan holding down the fort still on point, with Lick disappearing from the fight.
Disappearing, and they're gonna be steering their way into KO City. Lou gonna be at the charge of that one, finding KO after KO. Yeah, the perfect boost at the perfect time there. Gonna be happy with that. Build up a bit more time for themselves, considering they lost the initial mission area. The fact that they can hold it down here is going to be so crucial, so powerful for them. And they do have access to the Galactic Legend as well. Rage of Ultron building up very, very quickly. But here you go, Galactic Legend online. A good reaction coming out from Netra, putting up the boundary here. So it's going to nullify that Duelist ultimate pretty much entirely. But it's a good way to stall things out. Speaking of, it's time to get enraged. The Rage of Ultron coming out on both fronts here. No one is going down yet, but that certainly could be very quick to change here, depending on who is able to play this one out more successfully. Tinny Valkyrie, very, very close to the Feast of the Abyss, very, very close to being KO'd as well. They need heals desperately, and looks like they are going to get them now. But now that they've got Feast of the Abyss, could see a change-up coming through here. Here we go, both the Venoms bringing out the Abyss into play here. Hogs almost going down, but it's still going to be pushed up and giving it their all for their team.
Ground Zero now is in a 5v6 position with a slight disadvantage, but of course, the time is getting lower and lower. 45 seconds and counting. They finally get control of their mission vehicle once more. But of course, Vulcan Red, they are still looking quite strong, and they're ready to hold things down. Outgoes a piece of the mission Hogs, and now 2 Eternal Bonds for both teams to keep this fight going.
It just keeps going, on and on and on here. So, they're going to be enjoying that, but it's time for the Seer into the Galactic Legend here. Lou finds a pick around the back there. Nice KO on the Daxu, looking to see if they can get a more over the top. Citrus being so cheeky on the cloak around the back. It gets the KO on a Revsy, looking for more. It's Adam. The trades are coming out all over the mission vehicle right now. And Ground Zero need to do whatever they can to hold on here, but the KOs might just be too much. Rage of Ultron, this is the perfect timing into the Galactic Legend. It could be curtains from here. They're fighting as hard as they can. Hogs is down. Everybody's going down. Repsy at the forefront of this fight, but they must say goodnight. Vulcan Red, take it away.
Whole of Jalia is claimed by Vulcan Red in a 3-1 fashion. Well, Ground Zero were able to take that first point, the capture point, quite quickly and have over 5 minutes to push the mission vehicle. Vulcan Red hold firm in the convoy section, able to take down all 5 minutes. And
solid opening from Lick there, and looking to do so much more for their team as well. Steaming ahead, we'll see who is going to be able to break back into the mix. Netra, nice focus from Proxies from downtown. They're trying to shut down all the strategists here. Adam in a bit of trouble. See you later to Atlas there, and it's a good trade-off coming out from Revsy, but Atlas comes back in the cocoon there, and their time to get ahead of the Celestial Codex. But Revsy is powering up into the Rage of Ultron.
Rage of Ultron followed up by a portal from Adam. Showtime.
Maneuver your way back through onto the mission area, but there you go. Galactic Legend already going to be activated from Lou there, but Vulcan Red, they're just hiding around these corners. This is making Lou's ultimate be a full waste there. That is insane positioning coming out from Vulcan Red here.
From Ground Zero, they do manage to trigger overtime, but that Lou taken out immediately makes things quite difficult. Once again, Hogs does touch, but it's just a trickle in, one by one from Ground Zero as Hogs falls once more. Overtime still goes down, but Vulcan Red have achieved this first capture point.
That they have amazing stuff. The Codex gets
Ground Zero have a lower advantage of the ultimate outcomes. Meteor does go wide, but not able to land it. Reggie though with the Rage of Ultron tries to do a bit more. sustain and damage onto Vulcan Red, but now there's more ultimates, 2 more for Vulcan Red. Make that 2 from ground 2 Eternal Bond on the ground. Met with also Psionic Seduction. Now comes in Song Inferno from Daxter, waiting for the opportunity. Goes in alongside the Heavens, falls from Valkyrie. But still, the fight is still going on and nobody has captured. Hulk's going in on Link on the side. Adam getting Daxter, Lou getting 1. Reds are getting another. Ground Zero are making this fight work in their favor.
Follow the mission area here, or weather. Things could change already. Galactic Legend is now activatable. Lou already looks to pull the trigger and jump straight into it. Damage coming over the top there. So close yet so far. Fate of Both Worlds going to be online. Feast of the Abyss taken out as well. Not going to be able to get much from that one. Eternal Bond coming online. But on a seduction. Everything is getting activated right now. It's crazy. Just like Daxter doubling down with the Ensong Inferno. And they're looking for much, much more. Triple KO. And there's more where that came from. Lick shutting the door on that, and they catch Hogs from downtown. The delayed KO only enables them to get closer and closer to matching that percentage, if not even exceeding it. What a fight that was, Ricey.
But this is desperate measures from Ground Zero.
Oh, desperate times call for desperate measures here, and we'll see if they are going to be bringing them up. Here's the Rage of Ultron. Citrus does have the Eternal Bond online. Now going to be keeping them online here. Daxter also has the Ensong Inferno. Here we go. They're looking to pop down, bring up the damage. Hogs is down and looking to bring so much more. But the Eternal Bond from Atlas keeps their team online a while longer. The fight rages on. The fight is online with Froxy's bringing out the rage. You can feel it. I am a Komodo not doing nothing, and it's gonna be KO City unlocked up for Vulcan Red here. Ground Zero do have control of the mission area, but for how long? Galactic Legend activated, deactivated within seconds, and just like that, they get the control back. It's down to a last moment stagger. Adam is captured and is gonna get taken away, and just like that, Vulcan Red are going to the grand final.
Vulcan Red will be versing Chopper Mag later today in a grand game over best of 7. Vulcan Red are able to take down Ground Zero in a 3-1 fashion, with Daxter being the MVP. A fantastic showing of display of Phoenix. So much damage coming out from the team of Vulcan Red. Ground Zero were able to hold though the point for a long